Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for July 2022. So on July 5th, we have Mars, the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desire, even our anger, moving out of his place of power in Aries energy to move into the slow and earthy energy of Taurus. So of course, Mars is not going to be at his strongest energy in this particular placement. It's hard to beat a planet being in its rulership. However, we definitely need this Taurus energy. Why? Well, first of all, Aries energy, a fire energy, the very first sign of the zodiac, is when we get a spark. It's when things get ignited. It's when we are kind of looking at what we want to initiate, what we want to begin. It's when new passions, new desires actually get realized. And then in Taurus energy, the earth energy, is when we manifest them. That's when we bring things to life. So Taurus energy being an earth energy, yes, we're going to go low and slow. We are definitely going to see things slow down, especially in our physical energy, mostly because we have to strategize. We have to do things right. We have to take a good look at the step-by-step process that we are actually looking to take in order to manifest certain elements in our lives. This Taurus energy, earth energy, is about stabilization, about creation, about giving birth to new foundations that we are going to build upon. This Taurus energy is ruled over by Venus, which of course is the feminine divine energy. Mars is the masculine divine energy. So this is where we really have to meet ourselves in the middle. Our heart and our head have to agree in order for our physical body to actually take action and be oriented to the right direction that we have to take in order to get things done. So we kind of have to look at what we can expect from our physical bodies, from our actual action-taking abilities, and what it is that we're going to actually see manifest over this particular time period. We will see Mars stay in Taurus energy until August 20th. Also keep in mind that today, Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, information, communication, is also stepping out of his power from Gemini and moving into Cancer energy. Check out that astro forecast. It will make a lot more sense to realize that these planetary influences moving on the same day at the same time is definitely needed. And if you haven't listened to the ascension forecast for this week, do that, because we talked about what else happens here today, July 5th. Not only are we aligned with the Sirius star system, our spiritual sun, so to speak, receiving lots of higher light codes of intelligence, but we have the topic and theme that has just taken over social media, which is CERN. Big concerns, right? And please use your discernment in order to figure out that this actually could be a very good thing. Seeing that the CERN situation is about pure consciousness and what it is that we're either creating or deleting, it would be best to actually align with the most positive timeline, the positive situation, the positive dream and vision that you're looking to manifest. Speaking of manifesting, Mars in Taurus is going to help us do this. So we're very determined in this energy. We got tunnel vision on. We're very fixated on our path. Yes, this could lead to a little bit of stubbornness. Yes, this could lead to kind of missing some opportunities happening outside of our peripherals. But we also have to just have laser vision on actually creating the new foundation, right? We're still in Cancer season. This is about bringing new foundations to life, setting the stage for what is going to bring us the most safety, security, stability in our lives. And Mars now is ready to dig deep, ready to get his hands dirty, and ready to actually do the work necessary in order to get this done. So we have to understand that energetically speaking, we can be a little bit passive And Mars is normally aggressive. So this is a little bit of a step down for his energy. Again, we're still in Cancer season. Cancer season typically puts us all in a passive aggressive state, also very defensive, also very protective. So we're also going to have these elements kind of leach over into our physical energy, our passion, our desires, and how it is that we actually exert ourselves in the world. Keep in mind, Mars being in Taurus, although passive, once provoked, is that bull in the china shop and will wreck shit, okay? We're just going to totally take the place down once we're backed into a corner, once we're provoked, once we're triggered, once we're activated. Of course, we want to avoid such things. So this particular energy really gives us a lot of strength when it means us kind of digging in our heels, so to speak. We're not budging. We have a different belief system, different perspective, different wants, needs, and desires now. It's hard when we're in an experimental phase that, again, started with the solstice and will end with the Lionsgate portal. It's hard to stand your ground when enforcing new boundaries, especially within relationships. You know, sometimes we get this wave of courage where we go ahead, we speak our truth, we set down certain boundaries, and then we feel bad for them. Then we tend to backtrack from them once we have other people really test us. Not with this energy. This energy is going to really support us in standing firm. Again, think of earth energy. Think of a tree, right? You have your roots so far in the ground, we're not budging. We may sway in order to go with the flow, but we are not moving. We are very much serious about the new foundation that we are creating, and we are not going to step away from that. We have a lot of stay power with this particular energy. So we're going to persevere. We're going to stay the course. We're going to, like I said, go with the flow to a certain extent, but also not be swayed off of our game, which is a great thing. And like I said, if you're put in the situation to fight, to defend, to protect, we have our A game with Mars and Taurus helping us to do this. So, you know, we kind of seen a lot of fire, a lot of triggers, a lot of activations when Mars was in his place of power in Aries. Very impulsive energy. We really had to control our energy, slow the roll a little bit. We tried very hard not to burn ourselves out so that we could actually see the beginnings of certain seeds be planted. And now we are definitely not afraid to go ahead and pursue our goals in a strategic way. So we're not acting on impulse in this Taurus energy. We are grounded. We are practical. We are logical. We are looking at the calculated moves that we need to do long term in order to actually pursue our goals. We do have a lot of patience in this energy, but again, only if we aren't being triggered and activated. There is a lot of longevity that we have in our spirit, in our focus, and in our whole overall energy, as long as we're not provoked, as long as we're not, absolutely just bombarded with people coming at us, obstacles coming at us, really testing our boundaries. So we may be a little bit low and slow getting started. Again, we have to give ourselves a couple of days to really kind of adjust to the energy. We are kind of low and slow to get things started. Many of us in this experimental phase of life, trying out new things, are a little bit hesitant to change course, right? To change paths, to change directions. We had all of that Gemini season in order to figure out one path, one direction, one choice, one decision over the other. We're still kind of debating that, but for the most part, we've come to some very solid realizations on what it is that we're moving away from, what it is that we need to move closer to. But we can, like I said, get caught up with actually getting the party started. We are definitely going to be, again, a lot more methodical and calculated in our actions, how it is that we're sharing our energy, how it is that we're pursuing new passions and desires. We definitely are a little bit more hands-on in using our physical energy than our mental energy or our spiritual energy in order to navigate our day-to-day life. Not a bad thing. We've kind of been stuck up in the mental plane and in the heart space for a very long time. Many of us have been running our patience really thin, waiting for something to change. This is the energy where things change. We are seeking stability. We are seeking safety. We are seeking security. But many of us, especially in this Taurus energy, have just realized that nobody's going to provide this for us. We have to boss up and actually do this for ourselves. So yes, we can be a little bit stubborn. Yes, we can resist the want, need, and desire to change. Although, if your heart and your head are on the same page of making the changes that you know you have to make, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I would say that the resistance to change is the change that's happening in our exterior realms that we feel is out of our control. We're a little bit hesitant to kind of get in the groove of things, to go with the flow. We kind of, again, have our blinders on. We think that the path that we have now determined is the path to take is the only way to go. And again, missing different opportunities, missing detours to get to the end goal in a faster, easier path. We definitely can miss that if we are too fixated on sticking to the path and not open to seeing what's going on around us. This Taurus energy, very focused on the physical realm, our physical bodies, our physical state of being. We're working really hard right now for material assets, material safety, material security. We are going to need to pay attention to our physical bodies and where it is that we're actually exerting the energy to make sure that we don't overdo it. Mars, again, needs to learn a little bit of a lesson in energy management. We probably learned the hard way with Mars in Aries, and now we have to kind of regulate ourselves a little bit better. We are looking for long-term results, and that's the hard part when we're in an initiation stage, an experimental stage of life, of trying to build the foundation of what is going to be long-lasting. But that is what we have to be focused on right now. And we have to be focused on finding a stable and solid foundation. None of these foundations with cracks, none of this, wavy foundations here and there. We want consistency. We are not willing to act on impulse. We are not willing to take risks. We need to be calculated in the energy in which we exert, where we're putting our time, attention, and energy. We cannot sacrifice just going willy-nilly. Again, we're in the year of 6. We have to perfect things. We have to build the right foundations. We have to build the right relationships. We have to hone in our skills. This is a huge opportunity to set the stage for what is going to be a very, very long but rewarding cycle. So this Taurus energy, again, being very concentrated on the physical body, we have a lot of cravings. We have a lot of physical needs, physical desires. That could definitely be food. It could be nourishment. It could be some self-love. It could be sexual needs and desires. Again, with the masculine energy in the feminine power realm, we are looking to strive for balance. We're looking to really kind of quench the thirst of that power, aggression, passion, desire of that Mars energy and that flowing receptivity, intuition, happiness, and joy of this Taurus energy that, of course, Venus rules over. So there's going to be a lot of pros for sure. And of course, there is a list of cons. We have to always manage our energy, always keep ourselves in check. But for the most part, I feel very positive with Mars moving into Taurus, giving us an opportunity to bring things to life, giving us an opportunity to manifest and create, give birth to new foundations that, of course, we've been longing for a very, very long time. Of course, starting off in Cancer season, there is a little bit of emotion that we got to get in check. There's a little bit of intuition that we have to funnel in. But of course, we will be moving into Leo season here very shortly, which gives us a fire, a passion, a desire all on its own to be raw and authentic and to align with things that make us happy and bring us joy and truly allow ourselves to be our unique individual selves. So I think that Mars moving into Taurus is definitely going to help us stay grounded and be able to really allow the energy, the spark, the passion that's coming in from the higher realms of intelligence, from other places in the cosmos, to be channeled correctly, rooted in, grounded in, so that we can start bringing some of these aspects to life.